Good morning. Today I'm finally getting around to doing my candle empties video. I'll never forget seeing my first candle empties video and wondering what in the world are they doing. And since I've come to love them, and I know others do as well, so here is my small offering for my candle empties, and this will cover December and January. And let me just jump right in. I think I've got like 4 different companies represented here. I'm going to end with Yankee Candle, and I'm going to start with Woodwick to get this one out of the way. It's making me nervous. I'll tell you why in a minute. And I love Woodwick, so don't misunderstand. This poor candle looks like it's been through it. This is a Woodwick medium jar. You can see, or maybe not. You see how broken that is right there. So I'm just trying to be really careful. This is a gingerbread candle by Woodwick, older version. What happened is, getting ready to do this video, one of my ongoing complaints from the old, at least the old, to be fair, Woodwick candles. I'm talking like a decade ago, years and years ago. But I think it might still be the same, but it's possible they've improved the quality of the thin glass on their candles. So all I did was bump this candle barely. I did not drop it. I barely bumped it and it cracked. And it broke so easily. I couldn't believe it. And then again, I wasn't surprised. That aside, the Woodwick gingerbread candle, the scent is amazing. And that is why I burn these candles. I like to scent my living space, not to overwhelm it, but just to accent, for home fragrance, to just refresh, and just to give a pleasant scent. I just love candles mainly for that reason, but also for the ambiance. So Woodwick wins on all the scores, on all the counts. Once in a while, this one would give that little flickering wick, which I don't have going in the Woodwick, but I have going in my Pure Radiance Enchanted fragrance over there. You can kind of hear it. So that's how they usually sound. But this one, sometimes they do like a little bit of like a hissing sound, or like a little bit of like a little funny pop, or a little different sound. So, which I suppose that fires do that. So, but it just kind of cracks me up when I was like, that was that candle. It kind of just sounded funny a couple times. So when I see a good deal, and I did on this one, I'll be picking up Woodwick candles and gingerbread. I have to be in the mood, but that's a very strong, great fragrance with great throw. Next, Everyday Luxe, and this looks totally full, and I see that. Roasted marshmallow. This was from Home Goods for $5.99 for a 3-wick, and that's not even on clearance, you guys. $5.99 a while back. Everyday Luxe roasted marshmallow. Love the smell of this. My husband brought this upstairs and said, did you want to save this? And I said, you burned it. And so I was excited to burn this. This is what happens when you have too big of a stash and you're going through it. Your husband might grab it. And so, no, and I welcome it, and I love it that he's hoping to go through my candles. And I do have another one of these, I think, at least. And where this was being burned was pretty cold, I think, down in the basement. We have an office, and this was being burned down there. And look at the tunneling. I mean, come on. The tunneling alone is just crazy. In fairness to the company, to Everyday Luxe, let me make sure of something here. My husband is not, overly careful of how he burns these. This can happen when you don't burn a candle long enough, or when you trim the wicks, which I asked him about. I said, did you trim the wicks too much? He said he never once trimmed these. The only thing I can think is that this candle was so cold that it didn't want to go out to its edges, I guess. So there was no heat that really allowed for it to. It just kind of kept close to itself, the flame did, and never really extended to the edges. That's the only thing I can think of, because I've burned Everyday Luxe before and didn't have this terrible of luck with it. So I think it's kind of fluky. That said, to smell it right this minute, again, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Roasted marshmallow. You feel the sense of being near a literal fireside and having a real marshmallow, just like the picture. Very, very nice. Ooh, let me back up 1 second to Woodwick. Look at this thick wood cover top for the Woodwick candle. Just beautiful. So much quality and emphasis put on the Woodwick lid, and then the glass, though, shatters in a heartbeat. It's very confusing to me. Not confusing, but you know what I'm saying. Okay. The next one is a Bath and Body Works. I'll pick up the speed here a little bit. Bath and Body Works Praline Pecan Cobbler. Very sweet, very vanilla, spicy yumminess going on here. It didn't knock me out. It's a pretty label, though. Kind of floral, maybe a little girly for the fellas out there, but maybe not. And if it was, you could just turn it around. Enjoy the flames and not the label. This was a nice candle. Let me give a quick description. All it says is, bask in the sweetness of spring with a scrumptious mixture of sparkling cinnamon sugar, lush caramel, and crunchy pecans. It did smell like all those things. Cinnamon sugar, caramel, and pecans. Yes, in a cobbler form. It smelled good. So that was that. Jumping to my Yankees real quick. I'll try not to give too long of an elaboration on each of these. Okay. First is Candy Cane Meringue. This is the Christmas cookie collection, I believe. You see the newer Yankee Candle label on it here. Almost couldn't get the label. Okay. Candy Cane Meringue. I am so surprised by this candle. And I mean, well, first of all, let me just say it burned beautifully. But the scent, I really love it. I think I'm partial to the peppermint. And because I love the bakery stuff and sweet stuff, but not too much anymore. Not as much as maybe I used to. Because of those things, I think I really, really, really love this. And I'm so happy that I picked up more of these when I did. Because I think they're hard to find now. But they're not impossible to find. If you're so inclined to remotely want to try Candy Cane Meringue, if you like peppermint stick, candy cane type sweetness in a cookie format, there's not too much bakery cookiness going on there, but it's to me a perfect blend, and I think they did it well. Okay. Next. Oh gosh, that's right. This is a Yankee Candle. You may not recognize this packaging. It's kind of interesting. Cinnamon stick. I've had this one for a while. This is when they had these kind of interesting labels with the holes in the top from way back in the day. Let's see if I can see the date on that. Oh gosh, this is embarrassing. Not too much though. What I was going to say is this is from 2008, and actually people have candles older than that, so I am burning through mine. If you're wondering if Yankee Candle still smells after 10 years, wow, right? This version, the formulation from back in that day, at least I can say for sure, you can still smell it, and I smelled it pretty strong. It was a pretty strong smell. In the food and spice category, the old label, the label could not be more simple, but I do love the old labels, the larger image, and I think you can peel these ones off. This I think I would put in the tumbler category, but you see the thick glass on the bottom? What I loved about this, and I just have to talk about this for just a second. I think these were made, I was told, made to reuse as glasses, as glassware to drink out of. So I've saved every one of these, spent the time to clean them out and reuse them. And for all the glass that we go through as people, you know, the people who burn candles, I kind of wish they did that more. I really, really do. I know they sometimes make jar candles, the ones that have a lid. Those would be reusable as well. I guess any of them would be. But I'm talking about in a way, in a sense of something that you would use every single day, like a glass. I love that about this candle. It would be a repurchase. It's a 1 wick. It did well. Very high on cinnamon, as you could imagine. So I had to be in the mood to burn that one. Okay. Oh gosh, this is a beautiful candle. White Christmas by Yankee Candle in a large jar. This is a very beautiful candle. I'm so excited we got this. Just to appreciate. Forgive the trash truck sounds out front. It's trash day here. This label, oh, and I love that the candle behind it is burning through this. White Christmas at the church. And the sky, which has a hint of like lavender and pink in it. Wintertime. Absolutely beautiful. I really, really loved this candle, and so did my husband. So that is a win-win there. Let me do something here. Bear with me just a second. Okay. Okay. I would get this again. I know that other people have shared about this candle before and they love it. I am in the same category. I love it also. Okay. Oops. Ooh, the rest are not all Yankee. I thought they were all Yankee. Yankee Candle Bright Copper Kettles in the fresh category. This, I believe, is from the My Favorite Things collection. It was a Christmas collection years back. But I've continued to see it here and there. So, even when I'm sharing older candles, I'm like happy because they may be tough to find, but then they may not be. So just keep your eye out at all the discount stores and online. And then Yankee's been known to bring things back. The really neat thing, and I did a review on this too, so if you want to go see the finer details of it, this candle smells just like you would think. I mean, you literally can almost smell bright copper kettles, and then like I feel like right next to it would be, I mean, a bright copper kettle filled with something yummy, or have like maybe apple cider with a lot of cinnamon in it, burning nearby, or the bright copper kettle used to make hot water, to boil water for hot tea, that has cinnamon in it. That's what this candle reminds me of. And there's more than cinnamon in here. There's like a clovey, maybe an allspice possibly going on, but mostly cinnamon. And the color was gorgeous. Can you see it? So that was a nice candle. I'm really glad I found that, and I got that on the sale when I got it. Oh, and this is another fun Christmassy one. This is Sugary Sweet Snowfall. It's a limited edition. You see like the 3D effect here. I always wanted to pull it off, and then I thought it was very cute. See how it's supposed to be like a little snow globe sitting on a stand, and it's got like snow in a snowdrift, no less. This is super cute. The design is very, very cute. Sugary Sweet Snowfall. You know what this reminds me of vaguely? Is the sugared apple. The sugared apple fragrance. Although this one, what's left of it, it wasn't overly strong, but it was a nice pleasant scent when it was burning. I'm glad I got it. I would get that again on a good deal. And then finally, you could say I lied, but if I didn't mean to, when I said I had only Yankees left. The final one is a Village large jar, Village Candle in Spiced Pumpkin. This one, okay, this is an interesting quick story. Got this a couple years ago. I was a little disappointed at first, but only because I'm so spoiled with Yankee Candle's pumpkin spice and all of Yankee Candle's pumpkin-y fall fragrances. Village Candle Spiced Pumpkin was just okay to me. It's a 2-wick. I don't ever use an aluminum lid on those. It burned very well. The funny thing about this one, it grew on me. I waited a year, put it away. I thought, I'm not going to burn through this after the one fall. And so I put it away, pulled it back out, finished it. I really, really enjoyed it the second time around. So that was kind of cool. Because it was a no-go for me at first, didn't mean that I was completely settled on it being a no-go forever, because it kind of, I don't know, it kind of settled in, the oils, who knows what happened there, but it worked for me, and it smelled pretty good. I liked it a lot more. It's not my favorite pumpkin scent, but it's a good one. So Village Candle gets points on that. So there's my review, you guys, or Empties rather, that includes a little bit of a review on some of these, with the initial ones kind of hiding behind there a little bit. Thank you so much for watching, and I've got more videos kind of like this, reviews. I've recently did a candle and wax empties on votives, tarts, and melts, if you want to see that, and a review recently as well. So check all that out with more to come. Have a great day. Bye-bye.